Gonna be so honest with y'all. My collar is popped for some reason in this video. I thought it was folded down. It wasn't. It looking back at it makes me like unnecessarily mad. I'm sorry if it does for anyone else too. Corniest Creators on Earth by TommyNFG.
The internet is full of some of the best and worst people you've ever met in your life. And as time goes on, that distinction starts to become more and more obvious. But I should not be seeing a 7-year-old's comments on YouTube video. Why are we even sharing the same space?
Turkey Slurpee.
Oh, already. Turkey Slurpee. Man, you know, I don't know. Look, should they be on comments or in the comment section? No, but is reading some of their comments low-key kind of funny at times? Yeah.
YouTube Shorts comment sections might as well classify as a daycare. On these platforms, there are also categories of creators that are some of the corniest videos you'll ever see. And of course you saw it in the thumbnail. The first we're starting off with is Looksmaxers. Looksmaxing creators weren't really that prevalent until maybe 2 years ago. I would say the prelude to it was those Sigma creators.
I remember one of my friends rated me in, I believe, I forget if it was freshman year or sophomore year. Yeah, no surprise, I'm like subhuman. Oh, such a chud.
Which evidently were worse. But as soon as Clavicular started streaming and blew up, the whole community started to become mainstream almost overnight. Hey, we can say what we want about Clavicular, but this did single-handedly have a genre blow up in the mainstream because of himself. Now you got moms and dads asking their kids how to Looksmax and if they're sub 5 or not. As this category has grown, they've got their own little subsections of people that do it, with one of them being those dudes who get a funk sound on TikTok and stare at the camera with it. And they'll do this at absolutely any occasion they can. Graduating from high school and need to record yourself right before walking the stage, they've got that. Doing your job as a policeman but gotta stop for an edit, they've got that. In the bathroom after dropping the fattest ever and being in front of a mirror, they've got that. By the way, this guy on screen was a popular Looksmaxer on TikTok until May of this year.
Pedophile. He got caught by Gideon, I believe, being a pedophile. Y'all see that Gideon situation, bruh? Getting arrested? Did he get arrested? I forget. But that's just crazy, man. Like,
where his ex-girlfriend exposed he was buying cheese pizza content, and then Gideon confronted him on it. Where he admitted he did buy that content, then got arrested on 15 counts of possession. Imagine being a conventionally attractive dude who has a good following.
1 count is already crazy. 15 though? Honestly, man. Well, yeah, bro, like, I mean, I'm not a pedophile, so I wouldn't get it, but I don't get the appeal of those types of things, man. I really don't. Even with the whole, what was his name? Lakari, I think. I don't know. Some people, like, you're huge. You have a massive following. Why are you doing this shit? Obviously, even if you don't have a massive following, you shouldn't be doing it. But if you have like millions of people who look up to you, or even hundreds of thousands, why are you a weirdo?
On social media and could probably pull a lot of women in a snap, only to be buying CP content and ruin your entire life at 18. Usually this happens with older guys. I guess he wanted to speedrun ruining his life just because. And the worst part about it is, he started getting more followers after the arrest. I thought Looksmaxing was supposed to be about looks, and I would assume if you did something like that, you would get curb stomped by the community. He even had one of his Looksmaxer friends defending him and saying he should be forgiven.
I was just asking, do you think it would be a disservice if he was convicted and sentenced to a lengthy prison sentence? Do you think that would be an injustice?
The whole point that I'm trying to get across with both of you guys is I wish that you could make an argument without reference to prison.
An argument?
Lock him up too. Problem solved. Because why are you defending him? That's crazy. Just saying. Defending him for what he did is bonkers, bro. Like, you should be locked up too for that. Or at least have like something, bro. Like, you should be you should get in trouble for doing stuff like that, no? Like defending someone who's publicly, I don't know what the exact term would be, like a degenerate, a deviant. I don't know. I'll probably throw it up. But I feel like there should definitely be something where you get in trouble, or at least you should get shamed for defending someone like that. But no, on the internet, for some reason, a lot of people are just okay with it.
Without prison, he got charged with 15 counts. I don't even think EDP had 15 counts. He's lucky he's not getting the death penalty. If it was the Middle East, they probably would have stoned his ass by noon. His friend's main argument is he says instead of prison, he should get rehabilitation and everyone can be forgiven for sin. As someone who's a Christian, that is a mostly true belief, although it still varies by your denomination. Not every Christian believes.
The way I see it is, I'm Christian too, by the way. I know sometimes I curse. I know I shouldn't. I'm sorry. The way I see it is we shouldn't judge. God is our only judge. But at the same time, we're a human. We're not perfect. We're not Jesus. Okay? So I feel as if from a Christian viewpoint, I know I shouldn't judge. From a I'm just a dude or I'm just a human being like point, I don't know. I'm a judge and I know I shouldn't, and I'm sorry, but it is what it is.
But just because you could be religiously forgiven if you repent,
I don't know if I should be apologizing for that. I don't know if I should, honestly.
It doesn't mean you could be forgiven by the law. Imagine we did that for any crime out there.
Law in religion, I feel like should be separated. Because one's more so a belief, one's more so, hey, let's keep all of this stable, right? Let's keep the world flowing stably without, you know, having some like 5-star criminal out and about.
Someone could commit a mass genocide and kill 1,000 people, and they would just hit the court with,
I accept Jesus as my Lord and Savior. Yes!
It's also true he could get both prison time and rehabilitation so he doesn't do it again. So I'm not sure why his friend is trying to lay the option of no prison at all. You do the
Yeah, I feel like it should be prison and rehabilitation in prison.
crime, you do the time. This incident showed the true degeneracy the looks maxing community has turned into. The amount of people defending bro is still crazy. Something that also hit the looks maxing community like a bullet is Clavicular's recent transformation. Clavicular recently got a nose job on stream to once again improve himself, and it's turned out that a lot of people are actually saying he looks worse off with it and the nose job did not help, which is a problem for them because you know
I don't see a difference.
You have to get everything truly maxed out to reach ascension. With Clavicular getting clowned on for his nose job, now they're all confused on why people don't like it. These dudes clearly don't understand not every person needs to change every aspect of their body. Sometimes things are perfectly fine. It's the equivalent of a celebrity randomly getting Botox and some surgeries thinking they'll look way sexier, only for people online to say the opposite and the celeb being confused on why turning their face into a stone figure didn't help. Brother? Also, recently Clavicular went to Paris to do his own stream series and try to do the same thing he does in America, walking around the streets and flirting with women to smash them. But he got the exact opposite experience he thought he was gonna get. The girls were laughing at him, people were putting up middle fingers to him, which shocked his fans. It's not shocking that a country who doesn't really care about him and sees his stream antics is gonna make fun of him. Like, these dudes truly think Clavicular pulling women and them throwing themselves at him has nothing to do with his fame or money. His headquarters for stream and them throwing themselves at him of him. Like, these dudes truly think Clavicular pulling women and them throwing themselves at him has nothing to do with his fame or money. His headquarters for streaming is in Miami. That's the hub of the most succubus woman to exist on the planet. If you post on Instagram you have a yacht in Miami, you're gonna get 20 DMs from some plastic surgeried up women there. I'm not saying Clavicular couldn't pull at all without the fame, but saying it has no influence is crazy. The other category of looks maxers that are corny is the racist looks maxers. They'll make edits putting people who are less attractive of different races and then putting Clavicular or someone else over it. It's always alluding some or saying they have bad genes or whatever. Meanwhile,
Yet they never, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's gonna go into this. They never show what they look like. How are you gonna be like talking about look supremacy, basically, if you yourself you're not willing to show what you look like? If you wanna, I have no issue with someone talking about something. Well, no, I actually do have a huge issue with someone talking about stuff like that. But if you're gonna talk about something like that, bro, at least show your face, man. Just show what you look like, you know?
behind the camera, they look like Notre Dame and have no chance with these women. Like, bro, do you know how pathetic it is that you're flexing another man's looks and aren't even showing your...
It's like they're living through that person, you know? Like, living vicariously through that person and their experiences.
Face. It would be like me in an argument with some dude and pointing to another dude saying, all right then, bro. Well, at least his over there is definitely bigger than yours. It also wouldn't be hard for me to make an edit like they do, but I'm not a cornball and loser. These dudes be making these racist edits, but on the low, they're actually attracted to these people. But because they never have a chance with them, they make these edits to make themselves have more self-esteem and say they're still superior because their skin color. Speaking of racist, the next creators we got are the racist rage baiters. This is a genre that started to build more since 2020, and honestly,
since Elon Musk acquired Twitter/X.
These are people whose entire content is basically made to provoke certain racists, and that gives them the attention. But anytime they don't do that, they get no attention, so they become reliant on that content. The biggest case this year of someone who did that was Chud the Builder.
Yep.
You've probably seen this story by now, but Chud the Builder was a streamer on Kick who walked around in the streets, and his whole content was literally walking around the city yelling the hard R at black people and trying to get a reaction. To which he would then point at his waistband, showing his gun and telling them don't attack her.
That's gotta be the most pathetic thing I've ever seen. At least this year. Like, honestly, again, I have such an issue with, like, if you're gonna provoke someone or do something to someone, back it up. If you're gonna talk about look supremacy or this or that or being look smashing, show your face. If you're gonna be provoking people out in the streets, be willing to go through with it all. Like, as in, if they come at you and fight you, don't be a pussy and pull out a gun. Like, fight them. Well, you know what? Actually, no, don't do that. That's encouraging violence. Violence is not okay. Best case scenario, you just don't do any of that. You know? You're calm. You just stay in your own lane, man.
He'll shoot. Funny thing is, a lot of the time, people would mostly give him no reaction or just question why he was doing it.
Somebody get him a banana. He's chimping out. Come on over here and chimp out. He chimping out. He said, what's the...
And no one took him serious. People would troll him in real life, snatching his hat. Anytime someone did get close to him, he would start shaking and telling them to back up. Chud is the perfect example of a Twitter/X user escaping to the real world and realizing no one is like their loser asses. They think just because Elon bought Twitter and pushes all of their accounts up in the algorithm and forces it in people's faces, that their echo chambers define real life. People got things to lose and people to take care of. Most of the time in any racist encounter in real life, people just pull out their phone and record them because that does more damage than any type of fighting. You'll get them fired from any type of job forever for the rest of their life. It turns out this was all a deflection of his own insecurities after he got exposed by two trans women who said they were with him, but one of them being a dominatrix and saying she knew him before he started streaming, and he would take things up the you-know-what.
Yeah.
Another one also said...
I haven't watched that video. I watched the other... Yeah, I watched the other one of, just explaining all this. So I'm like, I don't know, man. It's always the most vocal ones who have something to hide, man.
They even dated for a while with full-on receipts of it, by the way. If your career is gonna be to appeal to the most racist losers on the internet, doing it and having a track record like this is diabolical. Did you think this was gonna be the most accepting community ever? And he got gassed up by these losers telling him to keep being racist and making $5 per hour on stream, that he ended up coming across the wrong person and shooting at them. which has resulted ever since May of this year of him being locked up with a $1.25 million bond. Until that got canceled because it turned out they got footage of him shooting at the guy before he attacked, meaning it wasn't self-defense. He was doing all these antics to have some viral case of him shooting someone in self.
Even with it being assumed it was self-defense, it was still over $1 million. That is absurd.
Self-defense who crashed out on him after saying the hard R, only to himself over, not even have that scenario happen, and spend the rest of his life in prison most likely. You know, I must say, this has been one of the greatest hate watches I've had all year. Funniest thing about this is the guy he shot at was a disabled veteran. I thought these dudes were supposed to be all patriotic and support people who defend the country. Yet they take the femboy loser who shot at the man defending this country's side. I stand with the man who fought for this country and not the dude that was provoking it. His fans also made the case worse for him because they started threatening the judge for revoking his bond, to which she had to make a statement saying, "I will not be intimidated." Nice one, guys. You just guaranteed.
Yeah, if you want a content creator to not be imprisoned, first step, do not harass the judge. That's gonna make her, him, they, that, whatever gender the judge is, so much more likely to just say, you know what, nah, fuck it. You're getting locked up. We're not even gonna, I'm not gonna consider anything else.
Shut a girl life sentence. I actually hope this is a lesson for any of these losers that their shenanigans on Twitter/X don't hold in real life. Another one of these similar race rage baiters is a guy called Kingman. His degeneracy is mainly on Twitter.
I don't think I've heard of him. Kangman Lee
/X, and his whole content consists of anti-blackness. Like, he'll pull up false racial stats, only post things about black people who do violent crime. He also gets mad at black immigrants or any other immigrants moving to places like America or the UK or whatever, saying, why are you doing this and you're ruining the country? Like, buddy, let me get this straight. You're complaining about other immigrants and whoever moving to America or the UK.
Is he an immigrant too? Is that what Tommy's gonna get at? Because honestly, bro, I hate those types of people, man. The types of people who are racist towards immigrants, acting as if they themselves aren't an immigrant. Like, Brody, you've been here for 5 years, yeah, but that doesn't mean you're not an immigrant still. Like, what? Like, that doesn't just mean, like,
or Canada, while having parents that are Asian immigrants.
Okay, so no. This is arguably worse, actually. Having parents that are, bro, if you have, the people who gave birth to you are immigrants, so how are you hating on immigrants? Bro, if your whole life would have been different. Your whole life would have been just different. For all you know, bro, like, let's say you're, I don't know, let's say your parents immigrated here, then they had you. What if they never immigrated here? They would have never had you. Let's assume something like that. Or, like, in my case, both my parents came here, met each other, had me. If either one of them never immigrated here, I probably would not have been born. And yet there are still people like me who shit on immigrants. And it's like, what are we doing?
You can't make this up. The bootlicking has no end. He really thinks kissing up to these white racist type of people is gonna somehow make him exempt from anything himself. Like, bro, they don't like you either, gang.
Don't suck up to white racists. It's not really gonna, I mean, it could give you fame, but it's not the fame you want. It's really not. You don't want to be just one of the good ones, you know? That's just, it's horrible. I feel like it's just, you gotta have more dignity, you know? You gotta have more confidence, belief. What is it? Just, I don't know what it's called. Is it dignity?
Just a good chess piece for them.
I don't know.
Meanwhile, in the streets, if they saw bro, this is how they would treat him.
It's people like these I feel like should just be shamed to no end. The people who are just racist for like, why hate, you know? And it's like, if I ever one day decide to just stop caring about everything, I'd probably just try my best at beating up racists for fun. Like, I know I'm not athletic, I mean, look at me, right? But like, I'd at least try, you know? If my life ever gets bad and I'm at a point where, let's say, I don't know, I'm like in $2 billion in debt, I mean, hey, I ain't got nothing to lose.
Where you from?
Am I saying everyone is racist in these countries? Obviously not. But my point is,
no, it's just that racists are way more vocal. I think my personal opinion, there are more good people in this country than bad. I don't even think that's a hot take. It's just kind of, I feel like it's kind of obvious. There's more good than bad. It's just the bad speaks up a lot more than the good. Well, because I mean, yeah, they get more clicks. More controversial.
the specific type of people he kisses up to will never accept him. Does he realize he could just hang out with non-racist white people and not have to put up with what he does? And when he gets called out by other Asian people saying he's just trying to kiss up to racist white people and he doesn't want to be Asian, he crashes out saying he's never wanted to be white and he's a proud Korean.
Like, I guess, bro, whatever you say.
Whenever he does get some type of racism though, he calls it out saying people shouldn't generalize Asians. Actually, let me correct that. He is racist to other Asians. It's just if you go after Koreans, then you know you're generalizing because they're the only good.
He's one of those. Okay, he's one of the racists that's. I see those types of people a lot more nowadays. The people who are like, no, my race and white people are the only good ones, and it's like. It's so absurd to me, man.
Asians according to him. I don't support that racism either, obviously, but you can't be picky with who you call out. And the last thing we got is AI slop creators. As AI started to advance more and more,
out of all of these, I think this one is the least damaging immediately. This one is probably the most damaging long term, or could be actually. But short term, it's not really, because this one just damages youth, honestly. Which could lead to all the other ones, potentially. But, you know, this one I feel like is less immediate and more... Well, no, we're already seeing the effects of it, no? Like, what was it? That one teacher who was like, 7th grade students are at, like, the 4th grade level.
I teach 7th grade. They are still performing on the 4th grade level.
we were probably primitive 6 months ago in AI compared to what we got now. More random types of slop creators are popping up in different categories. One of the worst ones have gotta be those fake movie trailer channels. These existed in the past, but it was obvious the whole thing wasn't real before AI. Now with AI, people can fully make the trailers more realistic and basically generate free money for themselves while stealing someone else's copyrighted work. I don't even get the obsession of being so desperate.
Hey, and you know what? That brings me to an amazing point. I'm not an AI slop creator. Maybe, I don't know, like or subscribe. I'm just saying. Either way, even if you don't, I'm gonna try my best to never use AI in anything I do. Preferably. Of course, if I look, because, you know, Google, I'm sure there's a way to turn it off, but like if I look someone up on Google, the first thing that just pops up is the AI result.
For a movie or show trailer, you have to watch a fake one. Doesn't that ruin the hype for it in the first place? It also
Actually, I won't lie. I do ask ChatGPT stuff. Putting it out there. But that's about it.
also dilutes the original work and makes it look dumb when you watch these trailers. Like, look at this Back to the Future trailer and tell me you find it satisfying.
This fall, time is running out. of time.
Doc, there are hundreds of me in there. That's exactly the problem. The continuum is folding in on itself like a cosmic pretzel.
One kid in a red vest.
That is
a future
better than I thought it'd be.
We have to go further than we've ever gone. 2 jumps ahead.
YouTube went on to ban 2 accounts who were
Not the
constantly
best, but
doing
you know,
this,
better
so
than I thought.
low-key they get a W on that. One of the channels called Screen Culture had over 2 million subs and was literally pumping out trailers for anything. And it wasn't like the channel was getting barely any views. It was getting a good amount of views. You also gotta think of it. If your algorithm is tuned into, let's say, like Five Nights at Freddy's content, then YouTube is gonna see a new trailer dropped and push it to your algorithm so you can watch it. People were complaining all the time, telling YouTube to have these channels stop recommending fake trailers to them. But because it was in their algorithm and you—
I've been tricked a few times, I won't lie to you. I think the funniest one I saw was, I believe it was, I think it was a Hello Kitty one.
YouTube couldn't tell what
I don't know,
was
it was like some cartoon. Some like cartoony one. Also, side note, this might seem kind of crazy, but is Hello Kitty, what is Hello Kitty? Is it a cartoon? Because I never, bro, I only ever see products of Hello Kitty, and it's like, I don't know if it's a cartoon or not.
Fake. You would get them plastered on your recommended
Or is it like a
feed
YouTube
every
channel,
time.
or
You also
what is
got
Hello
those
Kitty,
AI music accounts
basically?
who post fake music of artists. They do this all the time.
That was stupid. It is not a YouTube channel. Hello Kitty would be like a cartoon, probably.
For artists, and especially when it's dead artists. Juice WRLD is probably the most popular genre of it for some reason, and they'll blatantly post the songs with his voice AI'd over it. They also get to keep the profits of this fully to themselves, which is extra and unfair to Juice WRLD's family. He clearly wouldn't approve his voice being used for fake songs. Juice WRLD was someone who had hundreds of songs vaulted for a reason. He was a perfectionist when it came to his work. So seeing people take an AI voice of his and slap it onto some random slop beat is sad. I don't care if Juice WRLD is your favorite artist in the world, please don't listen to AI songs of—
Even if you love him, don't listen to any songs that are AI of him, and don't make AI songs of him. It's just disrespectful to the dead, you know? Not even to the dead, just his image as well. Like, if you truly liked him, respect him, life and in death.
Artist. It's disrespectful to the actual work they put out there and wanted out. One of my favorite artists is MJ, and am I listening to AI songs of him that aren't real? Hell nah. I don't know how someone can run out of music for an artist that has hundreds of songs anyways. I've never felt like listening to MJ that the songs have run out. There's always something I could play. This is one thing YouTube hasn't cracked down on yet, and I hope it does. For people who still don't get it, think of it like this. Imagine you're a content creator and make a video talking about something that gets good views. Then some random channel takes your voice, runs it through AI, makes something similar, and you get nothing from it. Yeah, that wouldn't be the best feeling. Anyways, that's gonna be all. Let me know what other corny types of creators I missed. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, I love you guys consensually. And until—
Yep, that was Corniest Creators on Earth by TommyNFG. If you liked, yeah, good on you. I'll probably have that video I said I'll have up. I don't know if the YouTube short is up yet, but I'll have that video up in like a few days, maybe a week or something.